107.7 FM.
Authentic voice, get entertained, get informed with Armed Forces Radio.
107.7 FM.
Authentic voice of the Nigerian military.
Your music can add your own effects to it. From the north,
I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling.
south,
Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa.
west, and the east. Armed Forces Radio.
Once again, back.
Putting a smile on every face.
Oh my God!
Hit the dial right here.
Who's bad? Who's bad?
Oui, chers auditeurs, nous sommes là, c'est l'heure de notre petite classe de français. It's time for our French lesson, our French class. Today, what are we going to learn? Today, we are going to talk about the job you want to do in the future. The job you want to do later. That is, in this lesson, you are going to learn how to talk about your career aspirations and use the present and the near future to express your choices and vocabulary related to jobs, and finally we are going to answer simple questions about preferences and the motivations. So that is the objective. That is what you are going to learn today. For that, we are going to present a dialogue. A dialogue on which all these objectives are represented. So let's start. We have a dialogue here between two persons. So let's start. Quel travail veux-tu faire plus tard? Quel travail veux-tu faire plus tard? Later, what job do you want to do? Quel travail veux-tu faire plus tard? Later, what job do you want to do? And the response said, plus tard, je veux devenir enseignant. Plus tard, je veux devenir enseignant. Later, I want to become a teacher. Later, I want to become a teacher. Pourquoi veux-tu faire ce métier? Pourquoi veux-tu faire ce métier? Pourquoi veux-tu faire ce métier? Why do you want to do this job? Why do you want to do this job? And the answer is, j'aime ce métier parce que j'aime transmettre des connaissances. J'aime ce métier parce que j'aime transmettre des connaissances. I like this job because I enjoy sharing knowledge. I like this job because I enjoy sharing knowledge. Connais-tu une personne qui fait ce travail? Connais-tu une personne qui fait ce travail? Do you know someone who does this job? Do you know someone who does this job? And the answer is oui, ma tante est enseignante. Elle travaille dans une école et elle m'inspire beaucoup. Ma tante, oui, ma tante est enseignante. Elle travaille dans une école et elle m'inspire beaucoup. Yes, my aunt is a teacher. She works in a school and she inspires me a lot. That is the dialogue. So from the presentation, you already know what we are going to learn. So let's break down the lesson, starting from the vocab. So what is the vocab? Here we have enseignant. Enseignant is a teacher, okay? Enseignant, a teacher. Je veux devenir enseignant. I want to become a teacher. Architect, you can say, je rêve de travailler comme architecte. Je rêve de travailler comme architecte. I dream of working as an architect. And you can also say cuisinier. Cuisinier for male or cuisinière for female. So if you want to be a chef, you say, plus tard, je serai cuisinier. Later, I will be a chef. Later, I will be a chef. Ingénieur, ingénieur. Je veux être ingénieur. I want to be an engineer. Infirmière et nurse. Je vais devenir infirmière. I want to become a nurse. So these are some vocabs pertaining jobs, professions. So now let's look at talking about your taste, talking about your preferences. Don't forget, when talking about your preferences, what you like, what you don't like, you use the verb aimer, that is the verb to like, préférer, to prefer, or détester, to hate, and you can also use the negative form of those verbs. So when you like a job, you say j'aime ce métier, and you can give the reason why. You can say parce que, because, j'aime ce métier parce que, in this context, j'aime ce métier parce que j'aime transmettre des connaissances, because I like sharing knowledge. And we also have je préfère ce métier, I prefer this job. Ce travail me plaît parce que, I like this job pleases me because, and so on. So these are some verbs used to talk about your taste, what you prefer, what you like, what you want, and so on. So, and yeah, we have the use of the future proche. Very, very important, the future proche. What is the future proche in English? The future proche is the immediate future. The immediate future, different from the future will. Or you can say the future going to. If I say I'm going to listen to Frenchecho, it's quite different from if I say I will listen to Frenchecho. I'm going to listen could be noun, and I will listen could be anytime, maybe in the far future. But you can also use the immediate future, that is the future going to talk about your project. So in this case, it's used to talk about project. So how do you conjugate the immediate future? The immediate future in French is not a tense. It's not among the present tense or the indicative tenses, okay? But it's a form of a present tense. Why? Because you conjugate the aller, that is going to, in the present, plus the infinitive of the main verb. For instance, we have je vais devenir. Je vais devenir. I am going to become. Je vais devenir. Je vais devenir. I'm going to become. Je vais travailler. I'm going to work. Je vais étudier. I'm going to study. Je vais écouter. I'm going to listen. Whatever you're going to do, you say je vais. Je vais is the verb aller, and aller is an ER verb, though is also not a regular verb. You know, we said that ER verbs are regular verbs, but we have exceptions like aller. And aller in the present, you say je vais, I'm going to, or I'm going, tu vas, you're going, il va, he or she is going, nous allons, we're going, vous allez, the formal you or the plural you is going, and we also have ils vont, they are going, you know, and elles vont, they are going for female, a group of females. And we have two they in French, you have they referring for female, and also they referring to male. So the il, L-I-S is there for male, and L-E-L-L-E-S is there for female. But if you have a group of female and male, you use the il. I don't know why, but that is the rule. and you just take it like that, and of course there are some languages that is the female that is prioritized, while in French is the male gender that is prioritized in terms of subject. Okay, so that is it. That's what we're going to learn today. We learn how to talk about what job you want to do in the future, and we explain the future proche, that is the near future or the immediate future. We said that the immediate future is formed with the verb going to and the infinitive of the main verb, just like in English, very similar, same like in English. Okay, you say I'm going to, je vais, you're going to, il va, and so on. So plus the infinitive of the main verb. Very easy to conjugate, okay? But this lesson is mainly for A2. Though you can learn these tenses in A1, but during the exam, you hardly actually have to answer such questions in A1. But in A2, definitely you have to prepare to answer such questions, because you have to talk about your future. You're going to talk about your projects in French, okay? So if you're a French student, of course, you do know that, and you have to prepare for that. If you are not and you wish to be one, just take yourself to the French Institute of Nigeria at voulez-vous, Aminu Crescent. So there, of course, you learn French as easy as bonjour. This is Frenchecho. I am MS Suleiman, le Parisien. Let's have a little musical break. We'll come back and we'll present our storytelling. Don't touch your dial.
From the north.